Hello friends, welcome to the Engineering Funda family. This is my fourth video in the video lecture series on the Internet of Things. In this video, I will discuss the statistics of IoT. After watching this video, you will be able to understand the future scope of IoT and how it is growing in the current world. Let's start this session with the first agenda item, in which I will explain the current and future statistics of IoT. To help you understand the current and future statistics of IoT, I will show you a graph. This graph will help you understand how IoT has been growing over the years. Let me show you that graph step by step. Here on the horizontal axis, I will show you the years, and on the vertical axis, I will show you the number of IoT devices in terms of billions. I will discuss the number of IoT devices with the global population. In 2021, there were around 11.3 billion IoT devices, while the world population was 7.9 billion. So you can say that for almost every human being, the aggregated number of IoT devices was around 1.3 around. In 2022, the number of IoT devices increased to 13.1 billion, while the world's population reached 8.0 billion. It is expected that in 2023, the number of IoT devices will reach 15.1 billion, while the world's population will be 8.03 billion. So if you observe the growth of IoT devices relative to the world's population, it is quite fast. It was observed that by the end of 2024, the number of devices will reach 17.1 billion, while the world's population will reach 8.1 billion. So you can say that according to this ratio, there will be more than 2 devices per person. In 2025, the number of IoT devices is expected to be around 29.1 billion, while the world's population has reached 8.2 billion. In 2030, the number of IoT devices will reach around 29.4 billion, while the world's population is expected to be approximately 8.5 billion. So by the end of the 2030s, you could say that there will be more than 3 IoT devices per human being. Based on these statistics, there are some basic conclusions that you can easily understand. The number of IoT devices on this planet is increasing, and based on this, IoT applications are also growing. Over time, the projected number of devices per human is also continuously increasing. In other words, with time, each person is likely to have even more devices. So one thing you can very easily say is that in this world, change is the only permanent thing. The world is changing very rapidly, and automation on the internet is also growing very quickly, which is being driven by Internet of Things technology. So now I am going to explain to you some very interesting facts regarding the Internet of Things. I will explain some interesting facts about IoT with respect to the year 2020. In 2020, there were approximately 0.4 billion IoT devices in the consumer segment. If you want to know who the leader was, it was China with around 3.17 billion IoT devices connected. Among all countries, China was the leader and growing IoT tech. An interesting fact that you should definitely know is that in a single second, about 127 new IoT devices are connected to the internet. Quite interesting, right? You should also know that out of those IoT devices or IoT platforms, 50% were focused on the industrial and manufacturing industries. So in the industrial and manufacturing industry, nearly 50% of IoT devices are being added. In 2019 alone, IoT devices generated approximately 13.6 zettabytes of data. As IoT devices are increasingly connecting to the internet, a massive amount of data is being generated, so you can clearly understand one thing. Nowadays, the development of IoT is very extensive, and in the future, you will see that it will only continue to grow. It's not as if it is reaching saturation here. These interesting facts might encourage you to work with IoT. Now, let's move on to the next interesting segment of this video. Now, I will explain to you the top IoT categories based on the market share of 2020. I will explain the market share of different categories in 2020 using a pie chart. In the pie chart, you can observe that I have divided the top IoT categories according to area, which I will explain here in terms of percentage. The smallest category had a percentage share of 7.4%, which belongs to other connectivity that includes both wired and wireless connections. In the structure of IoT, I also explained the need for connectivity, and along with that, I explained about gateways as well. For short distances, there were various protocols, such as the commonly used Zigbee, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and NFC. For a range of about few kilometers, we have protocols based on cellular technology, which include 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G. And there are also some protocols available for hundreds of kilometers. So the share of connectivity protocols is only about 7.4%. In second place, the share of application software is only 11.7% overall, right? This is meant to provide value and make the user experience even better and more convenient so that more and more people can use IoT services easily and effectively. The third category holds a share of 14.2% and it is related to IT and installation services. It is used to provide IT solutions for various IT industries. The fourth category has a share of 16.8% and it belongs to others, which includes transport, health, and military operations. The second largest category, which has a share of around 21.3%, belongs to ongoing services, which are used for critical aspects such as software updates, bug fixing, technical support, and training. And the largest category is mainly that of modules and sensors. This is crucial for the development and deployment of IT services because by using modules and sensors, we interface sensors with embedded systems, and embedded systems are then interfaced with the internet. Once you have sensed the data, you need to forward it to the internet. In this way, the market share of modules and sensors is about 28.6%, which is the highest. Similarly, IoT services are categorized in terms of market share. Now, I am going to explain the last part of this video. In the final part, I will discuss the potential of IoT. With the Internet of Things, we can upgrade our services, applications, and even our work life. With these upgrades, we can achieve significant savings. That is why, in the future, people will definitely use IoT services. It is estimated that with connected machines and data, we can eliminate up to $250 billion of waste in industries. This minimum estimate has been officially provided according to General Electric Company. I will list some categories so that you can understand the potential of IoT. This will help you. In this section, I will discuss GE's estimate, which clearly demonstrates the significant potential for just 1% savings through IoT in global industry sectors. I will list the industries according to their segments. I will explain the types of savings in tabular form and discuss the estimated value over 15 years so that we can see how much we can save. In the aviation industry, specifically in the commercial segment, especially in the global sector, we can save about 1% of fuel by using IoT, which is equivalent to nearly $30 billion in savings. If you talk about the power industry, with gas-fired generation, we can save up to 1% of fuel, and this is the lowest percentage I have listed, through which we can save about $66 billion in the next 15 years. In the healthcare industry, it is estimated that a 1% reduction in system inefficiency through system-wide efficiency improvements could result in savings of about $63 billion. If you talk about the freight segment of the rail industry, especially when we discuss the transportation and other goods in this segment, a 1% reduction in system inefficiency could save about $27 billion over the next 15 years. If you look at the oil and gas industry, focusing on the exploration and development segment, even a 1% saving in capital expenditure could result in savings of about $90 billion. This is a significant ratio, right? Here I have listed only a few industries, and this data is taken from General Electric's website, where it is explained that with an estimated saving of just around 1%, more than $250 billion can be saved. So just think about the practical scenario where the use of IoT services could lead to savings of trillions of dollars in the coming years. Ultimately, you could say that the sky is not the limit. This is just the beginning with IoT, as many possibilities are yet to be explored in this world and maybe even in the future. Many engineers will use IoT services. It's not just about IT engineers. Mechanical engineers, civil engineers, all engineering categories will use Internet of Things services. I hope you like this video. Thank you for giving your time. I hope you will continue to stay with us in the future as well.